How to make green tea. Green tea can be delightful and delicate or too bitter to even drink. To create the perfect cup at home, you can use high-quality tea bags, loose leaves, or matcha powder. Regardless of which method you use to make tea, always use fresh water that's not too hot and don't oversteep the tea. You'll find that the green tea is great on its own, or you can flavor it with honey and lemon. Method 1. Steeping green tea bags. Number 1. Bring water to a boil and let it cool to around 175 degrees F, 79 degrees C. Heat water in a stovetop or electric kettle until it begins to boil. Then, turn off the heat and remove the lid so the water cools faster. Let the water cool for about 5 minutes or until it reaches 175 degrees F, 79 degrees C. Number 2. Place 1 tea bag in your teacup. It's important that you keep the ratio of 1 tea bag for every 1 cup, 240 ml, of water, so if you want to make more than 1 cup of green tea, consider placing 2 or 3 bags in a teapot. This will give you room to add more water. Number 3. Pour 1 cup, 240 ml, of hot water over the tea bag. Carefully pour the 175 degrees F, 79 degrees C, degree water into the teacup. If you have a saucer or small plate, place this on top of the teacup to prevent the steam from escaping and cooling the tea. Number 4. Steep the tea for 2 to 3 minutes. If you prefer a light, delicate flavor, leave the tea to brew for only 2 minutes. For a slightly stronger, earthy flavor, brew it for a total of 3 minutes. Number 5. Remove the tea bag and sip the green tea. Lift the tea bag out of the teacup and let the excess drip into the cup. Set the tea bag aside to use again or discard it. Now you can drink your hot green tea or flavor it with a little honey or lemon. Method 2. Making loose leaf green tea. Number 1. Heat water between 170 and 176 degrees F, 77 and 80 degrees C. If you're using a stovetop or electric water kettle, bring the water to a boil and then turn off the heat. Let the water cool for about 5 minutes so the temperature is between 170 and 176 degrees F, 77 and 80 degrees C. Number 2. Place 1 teaspoon, 2g, of loose leaf green tea into a small teapot. You can use a small measuring spoon or a digital scale to measure the loose leaves for your tea. Put the leaves directly into the teapot or into the infuser basket if your teapot has one. Number 3. Pour 3/4 cup, 180 ml, of the hot water over the leaves. You should see the leaves begin to unfurl as the heat from the water causes them to open. If your teapot has a lid, place it on top of the pot to trap the steam. Number 4. Steep the green tea for 1 to 2 minutes. Set a timer for 1 minute and then use a spoon to taste the tea. If you like the flavor, you can stop the infusion or continue to steep the tea until it's strong enough for your taste. Number 5. Strain the leaves or remove the infuser basket and drink the tea. You can lift the basket out of the tea so the excess drips into the pot. If your teapot doesn't have an infuser basket, set a tea strainer over a small teacup and slowly pour the green tea into your cup. Sip the tea while it's hot. Method 3. Preparing matcha green tea. Number 1. Place a fine mesh strainer over a matcha tea bowl. If you don't have a small matcha tea bowl, also called a matcha chawan, you can use a teacup or a small kitchen prep bowl. Ensure that the bowl is heat-proof. Number 2. Sift 1½ teaspoons, 2g, of matcha powder into the tea bowl. Measure the matcha powder into the fine mesh strainer. Then, use the back of a spoon to gently push the powder through the strainer so it falls into the tea bowl. Number 3. Bring water to a boil and let it cool to between 180 and 190 degrees F, 82 and 88 degrees C. Since matcha green tea doesn't use a lot of water, you can bring about 1 cup, 240 ml, to a boil using a stovetop or electric kettle. Once the water boils, remove it from the heat and let it cool about 1 minute so the temperature drops. Number 4. Pour 1/4 cup, 59 ml, of the hot water into the tea bowl. Slowly pour the 180 and 190 degrees F, 82 and 88 degrees C, degree water into the matcha powder that's in your tea bowl. Number 5. Whisk the mixture for 20 to 60 seconds to make matcha green tea. Use a bamboo whisk, also called a chasen, to combine the tea powder with the water. Try to keep your wrist loose and whisk in a circle if you'd like thin tea. If you want thicker, foamy tea, whisk quickly in a back and forth motion. Number 6. Sip the matcha green tea while it's hot. You can drink the tea directly out of the tea bowl that you just made it in. Try to enjoy the tea as soon as you've finished whisking it because the powder will settle if the tea sits for long.